Good morning. It is morning and it's about 10:25 according to my clock here on the car radio and or on the clock phone in the truck. I'm sitting here. I've been up at the radio station doing a live broadcast about Read It Again. And I want to make sure that some people, that might not have ever read it, if they have read it, they might need to read it again. Because if people are thinking that God has, just done away with, wanting people to do what's right, I hope y'all understand that that's not true. Because God is still going to have a people, and he's going to raise some people from the dead soon. And the dead, they really don't even have to be raised from the dead, because God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. And if you'll read, where the people died years ago, they went to be with their loved ones, to rest with them, for a while, with the families or whatnot. But God is not the God of the dead, folks. Never has been, never will be. I mean, if God was the God of the dead, what would he be God of? He's not the God of the dead. And people can take a Bible and read and see that God created the heavens and the earth, and he formed a man from dust, and then told Noah to build a boat, and then blessed Noah after the flood. And then still today believe, let the devil come up with some story that he can just come up with any kind of story. He'll tell you that whatever the devil tells people, they believe it. He's been lying to people for years, and he's going to lie to people as long as he can lie. That's what the devil will do. He even told Jesus if he would just bow down to him and do something, that he would just, give him this, that, and the other. I wish I could have seen Jesus in the wilderness with the devil, because I believe he saw the devil. And I believe the devil appeared to him, and he probably looked just like a man, and talked to him. I just can't believe that the devil going, appear to Eve and talk to her and look like a cow or a monkey or an elephant. No. If the devil was going to appear to somebody and talk to him, he's going to look like a man. That's what angels look like when they appeared to people. And if man is the image of God, if you see God, you're going to see something, you're going to see the image, the same man image. It's not going to change, folks. But anyway, if you want to know what to do, and how to do it, then you just need to follow Jesus' advice. And that is to pray to God and believe God and obey God. And if you don't believe obeying God, has some very good, results, then you haven't read about what happened to Jesus after he obeyed God. Jesus obeyed God. Why else would God say that this is my beloved Son with whom I am well pleased, if God was displeased with him? But we got people today, and I see them on Facebook, and I see them on the street, I see them in town, and they think Jesus is God. I can probably go in this building right here where I am, and somebody in there may think Jesus is God. Why? Because the devil come up with this, story that the Word became flesh, and the Word was God and is God, and that was God, and so forth and so on. Well, folks, you see what I think about that, don't you? Yeah. I think the devil's, John 1:1, whatever it was, is the devil's John 1:1. You need to pay attention to what somebody may be saying about that the kingdom is, nigh unto us. That means the kingdom is here. The king will return. The king was born. The king was crucified. The king has gone to heaven. The king is in heaven with his father. He's going to be there until his father says, son, it's time to go back to the earth. And until then, there's supposed to be some people on the earth that have the Spirit of God. And God has poured out his Spirit upon all flesh. So some flesh needs to be starting to pay attention, to what God's doing. And if people don't want to obey God, then just keep going the way you're going. And if you want to believe all the lies that the devil comes up with, just keep going to church. Yeah, that's what I said. Just keep going to church, because that's where you're going to get the lies at. That's where I learned, that God was a blessed Trinity. God in three persons. I mean, I don't know who came up with that song, but I wish people would quit singing it. But I bet they're going to sing it at the Methodist Church somewhere Sunday. But they don't have to worry about Bob singing it, because he won't be singing it this Sunday or next. No, he won't. No, if you want to know what's going to happen, then you need to find out somebody that's hearing from heaven and respond to that message, because Jesus will appear, and when he does, he's not fixing to take a bunch of folks home to be with him. If you thought he was, I hope this video has helped you out, because it took me about 7.5 minutes to make it, and it'll take you about that long to watch it. Yep, that's what it'd take.